We have one more speaker today, Dr. Anna Górczyńska from the University of Łódź. Please come to us and one more presentation instead of discussion.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like just to show you the short overview of just the selected aspects of public procurement system, because efficiency in public procurement could be an implementation measure of the just transition. So let me spend some time on those aspects, because as we know that concept of just transition refers to the moving forward to a climate neutral, resource efficient economy in the way that is socially fair and inclusive. But public procurement system spends about 19% of GDP of the European Union member states. And it's regulated on the three levels. On the level of regulation of government procurement agreement, so it is plurilateral agreement of WTO. So it is international level. Secondly, we have got the European regulations and directives which refer to the public spendings. And on the third level, we have got national regulations on the law on public procurement adopted on the level of all member states. And that picture we can more or less observe all over the world, because there should be always in all democratic countries the rules which refer to the just acquisition of works, of supplies, and of services, which are financed by the public money. So what could we think about the concept of efficiency in public procurement, and how can we just build a bridge between just transition and public procurement? In legal literature and as a result of the legal regulations on the level of national legal acts and European regulations, efficiency is understood as obtaining goods, services, and works on the best possible combination of cost, of quality, and time. And as just transition agenda emphasizes not only decarbonization and resource efficiency, but also social inclusion, decent work, regional cohesion, and promotion and integration of varied local actors, we can think that public spendings could contribute in the promotion of for example, local suppliers, of small and medium-sized enterprises, also quality jobs, and production and services connected with just the climate goals. So efficient public procurement from the perspective of the just transition can support resource allocation. It can be conducted by planning, by savings, by coordination of tasks. We are all observers of the public works, which when they are not coordinated, when they are not planned, they require a lot of capital, they require a lot of human resources, and they can be also just a big problem for the environment. Secondly, market transformation and life cycle costing consideration, so the economic approach, which should be transported into just the way of thinking of the public spending. Of course, some contracting authorities already did it in the past, taking under consideration, for example, the cost of energy in planning, in design, in just the running costs of the buildings, which are of the public use, but the other partners did not consider that. And the problem is that life cycle costing is just a recommendation. It is not obligatory, but step by step, we can see that there are some researches, there are some projects, there are some tools which encourage public administration to introduce it in their day-to-day life, at least on that very easy just level, not with just very complicated system. But of course, artificial intelligence can also help us in just predicting of right risks and also taking under consideration of just the whole life cycle costing of the product. The next aspect is access of small, medium-sized enterprises and local actors to the market of public tenders, and also reducing the risk of just lock-in by shifting from so popular lowest price criteria to the most economically advantageous offer, which refer to the other aspects that only price criteria, namely delivery, maybe also just the aspects connected with social aspects and also just environmental aspects. So that strategic award criteria, even lowest price still dominates because, frankly speaking, it's 60% of the tenders officially, and unofficially when, for example, the guarantee or delivery date is additional criteria, the price is still the main aspect of the selection criteria. So just the form of encouraging of the just transition would be probably designing ready-to-go tools which could help contracting authority to introduce those other than only price criteria into their award criteria procedure, just to assure the efficiency of the public standings. Also, from just the green public procurement approach, we talk about circularity and sustainability, which allows implementation of the circular economy principles, and those which are very, very important and very well known for the just transition. Challenges and barriers. So those most important were already mentioned. So it is that approach based on the lowest price. Secondly, administrative burdens, because still public procurement procedure is understood as time-consuming, as complicated, as just the procedure which is needed, but on the other hand, which is very often the subject of manipulation. And we already just can mention many, many examples in non-member states. Also, the jurisdiction of the Court of Justice shows that even we try to amend the national legal systems, we try just to think about amending the already existing directives from 2014, we still have got the problems, the same problems with the administrative burden, with the description of the subject of the contract, with the qualification criteria of the providers, and with the award criteria. So just maybe sometimes just some ready-to-go tools and some masters could somehow try to help with that, at that just approach, just transition, just approach of just way of thinking of contracting authority could also just increase also the efficiency of public spendings. The problem which we also consider, it is limited competition and small and medium sizes enterprises participation, which can be solved by dividing contracts into the lots, for example, or just promoting digitalization. Even we have got a single European procurement agreement, which also gives the companies possibility just to the easier access to the data, and also just one document which shows the fulfillment of the qualification criteria. It is still difficult to be fulfilled, and also requires also just consensus and collaboration between, for example, network of the suppliers or subcontractors. Last but not least, because my time is limited, and thank you for considering my application for the conference as summing up that panel, I would like just to stress the role of monitoring evaluation, because it is also a very important lesson learned from the former public procurement procedure. And it's just a need not to finish only on the procedure of public procurement, but on the implementation of just the, as we treated in Poland, civil law agreement between public administration and selected winner. So in most cases, the private entrepreneur who is conducting the works or supplying the goods or services in the framework of the public procurement agreement. But it's very important to monitor it and to evaluate it and to just learn from good and bad examples. The best is to learn just not from the own mistakes. So just to finish, I would like just to thank you for organization of such an interesting conference and possibility of just being with you and sharing the experience and listening to so interesting just presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.